can a person's entire life be encapsulated in a single word? Well, there is a female philosopher whose life was the living illustration of this word. And that word is individualism. And that person is Ayn Rand. Today I will be talking about how Ayn Rand came to represent this philosophical ideal through three aspects. A tertiary: her origins, her life's work, and the legacy she bestowed. Ayn Rand's origins could not have set a more unlikely stage against her, for she was born in Russia in 1906, a country least suitable for individualism. According to the Ayn Rand Institute, she was born in St. Petersburg to successful, influential parents. And she was also endowed with a precocious intelligence, which enabled her to graduate college at the age of 16. But a huge influence in her life was when, at the age of 12, she herself saw the Bolsheviks overthrow her country, storming the Winter Palace. Her family was left with nothing, and they had to flee. But perhaps the greatest influence in Ayn Rand's life was at the age of 17 when she came to America. And upon arriving in the New York harbor, she saw huge, spiraling skyscrapers and monoliths. And to her, it represented more than humanity's collective achievement. It represented a man's singular integrity and strength of self. And with this newfound conviction, impression, and arrival in America, it set the stage for her next part in life, and that was her life's work. Ayn Rand was intent on conveying the profound importance to her of her ideals, so she wanted to do it writing, and she turned to Hollywood and wrote screenplays. One of her screenplays became a movie, but that was not enough for young Ayn, so she then turned to writing novels. In fact, it was the characters in her novels that depicted her values the most. According to the book Notable American Novelists, Ayn Rand's books were written like romances, with the hero, a man, becoming the hero because he was purposeful, self-confident, and stood firm in his beliefs, much like a skyscraper. In Ayn Rand's famous novel, Atlas Shrugged, John Galt is a self-made entrepreneur, a visionary, who charts his own course. And he wavers not, despite other people's dissent or approval. And the fact that he is an architect is no coincidence. It is an allegory. And all the heroes in Ayn Rand's books, they were successful. Ayn Rand's own success was a direct result of the very values she held dear. She lived it. Which brings us now to how Ayn Rand's success led to her legacy. And she had great success selling her novels. Johann Hari, in his article, How Ayn Rand Became an American Icon, wrote that she was perhaps one of the most celebrated female American writers, selling 800,000 books a year to this day. Her books are now part of college curriculum. Her views have influenced politics. They helped found the Libertarian Party. She created objective reality. Her views influenced psychology. And at the end of her life, she appeared on talk shows like Phil Donahue, advocating what is called rational self-interest. So the end of Ayn Rand's life did not sum up her contribution to humanity. She left a legacy from her origins to her gifts to the environment that influenced her. Ayn Rand added to the idea of the individual, while also adding a very bright star to the philosophical constellation.